What's up, guys? Welcome back to This Just In. Thank you for joining me today. In this video, we're going to take a quick look at some of the EV stocks that I think are some of the best ones you can buy right now. We're also going to take a look at some of the, the EV industry as a whole, and I'll kind of give you my opinion and how I'm trading it. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right in. Alright guys, before we get started today, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you can stay up to date. I try to post new videos every day with like growth stocks, penny stocks, anything I think can help us grow our portfolios, become better investors. There's a link down in the description to my Patreon account. Come join the family over there. I'd love to have you. I'm doing the first 50 patrons for just $1. That's the day one squad right there. We've got about 10 or 15 spots left. You'll get access to the private Discord where we talk stocks, links to 4 different portfolios so you can see exactly what I invest into. And then anytime I buy or sell a stock, up to the second I do it, I send out a notification so you can follow along. I've also got a price target channel over there, and I send out a watch list every week. So, if you want to be a part of that, if you want to, be in the day one squad and help us grow the channel and be a part of the community, I would love to have you. I do want to say real quick, thank you so much to my current patrons, my current subscribers. You have no idea how much your support means to me. I love you more than anything. That's the day one squad, and you mean so much to me. So thank you. Guys, let's not waste time. Let's jump in. I know I get sentimental sometimes. So guys, I wanted to go over some of the electric vehicle stocks that I'm buying, some of the ones that I own, and exactly how I'm trading, this current market conditions. I just saw some numbers come out for China EV sales in Europe and the world EV sales for Q1. So I kind of want to go over the market as a whole and kind of, give you my take on it. So the first one we're going to look at today is GIK Capital 3. Guys, this is a stock that I've talked about redundantly. I talk about it all the time. I will link previous videos above so you can see me go more in depth. I love this stock because I think it's so undervalued and so overlooked. The merger is getting ready to be finished. It's coming up on those final days, final weeks. They own 51% of the market share. They do class 3 to class 6 electric vehicles, so vans and delivery trucks and things like that. These guys are already delivering vans. They have that contract with DHL, and they've got vehicles out there on the road, which is a lot to say for some of these electric vehicle SPACs that don't even have cars out there yet. I think they're very overlooked. I think people are just kind of going with the more well-known ones. Lightning eMotors is kind of that sleeper. I think once it wakes up a little bit, I think it will do very, very well. If you look down here, this price of $10.10 is a really great price. Pre-merger, you have that $10 floor. That SPAC $10 floor. If pre-merger, let me emphasize pre, if you buy this stock and you decide, okay, I don't want it anymore, you can either sell it if it's above $10 and take your money back, or if it's below $10, you can redeem it for that $10 floor. And so, your risk is so limited right here at this $10, price point pre-merger. Now, once the merger, finishes, the ticker symbol changes, that floor goes away. You no longer can redeem it. Now, do I think that this stock will go under $10? It might, but it won't stay there. In my opinion, I think this stock is just getting beat down right now. Like I said, it's overlooked. I think that once the merger does finish and it goes through, you might see even a little bit more of a downcline. A decline, so you can even get a better entry price. But I think once the year, goes on, we get Q2, Q3, Q4, you'll see it start to move its way back up. Its previous high up here around the $17 mark, isn't that outrageous? It's not that overpriced when you start looking at other EV stocks that are in the similar industry. Just to get back up to previous high though, you're looking at 72% on your money. And I think that this stock will go multiples of where it's at today in the next 2 years. My price target on this stock for 2022, and mid-year 2022 to the end is around $30. So guys, I like this stock. Go do some due diligence on it. I think it's got a lot of opportunity. The way that I'm trading this electric vehicle industry right now is I'm trimming up the unnecessary risk. I'm doing that with my entire portfolio in these choppy market conditions. The next stock I want to show you guys is XPEV. I've talked about this stock in other videos as well, so I will link it above. I really, really like this stock. Let me kind of give you some China, EV and passenger car sale numbers. So in Q1 of 2021, they just, reported a growth of 69% year over year in passenger vehicle car sales, which is the strongest growth that they've seen in over a decade in passenger cars. Now they're back up to pre-pandemic levels now. Obviously in pandemic, in March of last year, they got hammered as far as, EV sales go. But in March, their sales were up 74.9% to 2.5 million cars, with 239% growth in energy vehicles. So, they're already back to how many cars they were selling pre-pandemic. So, we all know how much the electric vehicle industry is growing. It's just growing and growing and growing. And, even Tesla sold over 35,000 cars, their China-made cars, in March. So, they're doing very well out there in China as well. The China Car Association projects that there will be 2 million electric vehicles sold in 2021 out there in China, and they're wanting to reach complete carbon neutral by 2060. So the industry is going to continuously grow with the chip shortage and everything right now. Obviously, we're going to see ups, we're going to see downs. It's going to be volatile, but that's temporary. I think that we will absolutely get past the chip shortage and these stocks will do just fine. Now, real quick, the way that I'm trading these stocks, so I used to own, well, up until yesterday, I owned CCIV, XPEV, NIO, GIK Capital 3. I owned ChargePoint a few weeks back. I think I still have it in one of my portfolios. I owned a lot of them. I owned a lot of EV charging, EV stocks. I just sold CCIV off yesterday, and I'm going to move all of that money into XPEV and a little bit of it into NIO. Now, I'm probably going to get crucified for this, for all the CCIV warriors out there. Guys, I think the stock has a lot of potential. I think it could do very well. I just am not okay with the ridiculous valuation. I think it's completely bonkers. I think that CCIV has very, very low margin for error. I think their cars are nice. The whole Tesla rollout strategy doesn't really sit well with me. I don't think it's going to work out as well as they think it is. Tesla, when they did their rollout with their really expensive car first, and then they moved into the more inexpensive cars, that was 10 years ago. We were in a very different market. It was a very different time. The competition was not even close to what it is today. We weren't in the middle of a chip shortage and a lithium shortage and a metal shortage. Their car's expensive, $175,000. I know that their baseline of it starts at around $70,000. But I want to say that Tesla, when they rolled the Model S out, it wasn't a $175,000 car. It was like around $100,000. I want to say $80,000, $70,000. So I don't know very many people with a $175,000 car. Again, I think CCIV could do very well. I'm just not ready to take that risk right now. I would rather let them grow and let them evolve and let them get there, and take that money and put it into stocks like this that are already doing well. CCIV hasn't even sold a car yet, and I could see them continuously getting delays in production, the chip shortage affecting them, and so I just don't think they're going to hit their numbers. And I think because of that, they're going to get crushed. Now, I may be completely wrong, but I'm okay with that. If the stock was to pop to $80 in the next 2 months, obviously I'd be like, dang it. But it wouldn't bother me because I am looking at the stock as a valuation standpoint, as an industry as a whole, and I think that these ones are better. The other thing is they're saying 30,000 cars is what their current facility can do. I don't think they'll get there. $30 billion valuation. $175,000 cars. I mean, when you look at other companies that sell, that expensive of cars, they sell, like Ferrari sells like 1,100 cars a year. I know that that's two completely different companies and it's hard to compare that, but I just don't see them selling that many cars to hit their projected numbers, especially with the car that they are starting out with. I just don't think that it's a good route to take because of the current market we're in. So again, guys, if you like CCIV, I'm sorry. That's just how I feel personally. I know how much you guys love to say I told you so. So if it, does well, you can say you told you so to me. But this is what I'm doing. I'm moving out of CCIV. I'm cutting the unnecessary risk with other, EV stocks or other growth stocks that I don't have as much conviction in. I'm getting in stocks like this, just trimming the fat a little bit. If we take a look here, XPEV is, way off of, previous highs. You can see here back in, October, just started parabolically skyrocketing. Got all the way up to a high of $74.49. Ever since then, got creamed, got down here and started actually trying to make its way back up in January, got rejected. And then when the market started correcting, boom, all the way down, got to a low of $25. Now that is a very good price for this stock. I didn't think it would ever have got down that low again, because the last time it was even around, the $30 mark was back here in November. And so, guys, we are starting to form some lower, some higher lows. We are starting to form some higher highs. So, if this stock can maintain this level right here, find support at the moving average, and start to make its way back up, we'll have 3 consecutive higher highs, and maybe we can start seeing it really start making moves back up to the upside. XPEV is one of my favorites because, they set the autonomous driving record for the longest distance of autonomous vehicle driving on its own without human correction at high rates of speed. They just inked, a contract down to open up that new facility in Wuhan that's going to be backed by the government. Their numbers are great. Their earnings are great. They're a very good company. Again, the stock will be volatile, but I am going to continue to buy the dips on this stock. And be patient, because I think over the course of the next 2 to 3 years, this stock will do very well. Just to even get back up to previous highs, you're looking at like 115% on your money. So, it's got a long ways to move. And I do think that by the end of 2021, you could see it back up around the $50 to $60 mark. Now, mid 2022, end of 2022, I could see this stock easily being anywhere from $75 to $85 stock all day. So again, guys, the chip shortage, we will probably see some issues. We will see some volatility, but that is not forever. That chip shortage will pass, and patience is key with these stocks. So buying the dips, being patient, not panic selling, and just keeping your cost average down. So the next stock we're going to look at is NIO. I had to add NIO in here. I like NIO a lot. Like I said, I'm taking the CCIV funds. I'm adding a little bit to NIO and then adding the rest to XPEV. It's because I already own more of NIO than I do XPEV, so I just want to kind of even them out a little bit. If I own the same amount, I will put the same amount in. But as you can see here, same type of thing came up, got sold off a little bit right here in December, which is a little bit different than XPEV. XPEV was just kind of climbing, and then it came up and reached a high of $66.99. So it's actually a little bit lower than what XPEV did. Then it kind of traded sideways right here in January, and then got rejected right here beginning of February, and started trading down to the downside. What I do like though is it's finding some nice support right here at the 200-day moving average. The last time it saw this $35, $37 price again was back here in November. So I really like this stock. I really like the numbers. I really like the company. I do like XPEV a little bit more. I know that most people like NIO better, and I've even said in previous videos that I like NIO better, but I like them both a lot. I actually kind of like XPEV a little bit more. I think XPEV will give us that nice, big pops once we start getting some good news. I love the autonomous driving with XPEV. I think that's going to be key to being the big dog in electric vehicles, is whoever has the better technology. But yeah, and they work together. They're doing stuff together where they're sharing charging stations and stuff like that. So again, guys, very cool company. Check them both out if you don't already own them. I would have no problem having my brother, my mom, my dad, invest in this stock at this level. Same with XPEV. You've got a lot of room to get back up to the upside. And again, I do see NIO getting back up to the $65, dollar range around end of 2021 to, you know, mid 2022, you know, no problem. So, you know, put these on your watch list, guys. You know, this is a good spot to buy it right here, you know, finding support at that 200-day moving average. You know, if it holds there, you know, you're going to see nice movement upwards. You know, like I said, Q2, Q3, I think these ones will do fine. There's a ton of them out there. You know, there's a lot of charging companies. The other one that I really like for charging is NVVE, Nuve, so go check that out. I have another video on that as well. You can go check it out on my channel. But thank you guys so much for watching. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a licensed stockbroker. Always do your own research and due diligence. Don't just take my word for it. Come, you know, join us at the Patreon. I would love to have you. Thank you guys so much for your support and watching the videos and coming and joining us at the Patreon. The Day One Squad, you're my family. I love you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.